Yes. Few questions about the crime.
Crime. Ooh. Okay. Let's see what we have to say about that. Sure. Why not?
In our country, the most crimes are related to people who have immigrated to our country. I think so. Don't you think so?
So, maybe. But, well, you never know. If we were put under extreme stress, maybe we would commit a crime. I don't know.
Pretty hard question.
If I had to protect my family, my whole life, my own life, probably.
Ooh. This is a question for you. Yeah.
I guess if I like desperately had to like provide for my family or something like that, maybe that there would be like a good circumstance that would justify it. I don't know.
I would agree with that. Also, depending on like repercussions on how it would hurt other individuals, I would only do it if it didn't hurt anybody. And I guess the only other thing I could add is if it was like a values-based crime where you're like, it's technically illegal, but it's something you believe in, some sort of like environmental action, I could see doing something like that. Yeah.
Prison? Yes. But they must be rather well treated. They have to be educated and informed about all bad things which can happen when you have committed a crime.
What's a serious crime?
Like a murder,
Okay. Okay.
I think they should be punished the same way as because often this is the first step into a crime career. And in Germany, I don't know how it is here, but in Germany, they are not punished the same way. No,
In Germany, it's not like a prison. It's more like a kindergarten for adults. Yeah. They were shown how to live the right way, something like that.
I
Yeah.
think it's the wrong way to keep them together with other criminals, because that's the way they often get even more criminal, because then they get to know other criminals and then they hear what they did, and then they often get even more.
I'm still on your answers. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess some kind of like juvenile detention program, some kind of like, program that would like put them back in, like a detention like treatment program that would like, provide them with treatment and then like put them back into like society at a later date when. It's a lot for a kid, like, to get condemned to like a life in prison when
their
they're
prefrontal
young.
cortexes aren't fully developed yet. You can only sort of blame them for everything they do. So I think some sort of system that like shows them like, okay, you deserve a harsh punishment because this is a very like what's the word I'm looking for? This isn't a good radio interview, but so it's like something equal to the crime to some degree, but understanding that like we live in an imperfect world and there are ways that you can make things better again and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's important.
No, probably not. corporate. Yes, ekonomiska brottslingar.
Jaha. Lagbar av unga människor.
Va?
Va?
Nej. Do you think they are appropriately punished? Alltså får de tillräckligt mycket straff? No, they are probably so wealthy that they avoid punishment.
Corporate criminals.
What's in this? Ah.
We don't have this in Germany. That's why we don't know. Our only corporate criminals are the Hells Angels or rockers or something like that. But we don't have real corporate
But
criminals.
we have robbery crimes. They are coming from other countries like Eastern Europe, and they are coming to Germany, and then they're stealing and robbing the homes of people. And I think this is a real problem because the police can't really do a lot against it. Because when they have robbed it, they go back into their country, and then it is hard to catch them. Because the countries, even if it is Europe, they don't work together a lot. I think that this could be improved.
Corporate? No.
Yeah, usually
No.
not. No.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Uh, 12 years in prison.
Prison, 15 years. It's the maximum level. 15.
But
It's lifelong. Lifelong means in Germany 15 years. But you
if they did a really hard murder, then they can be
stored in let's say in a department or in a
they are stored
in a safety
for
department.
lifetime, but it's not prison.
Yeah, it's not called prison.
Yeah.
It's like prison, but it's not prison.
It depends. Yeah.
Sometimes it's not a fixed thing. I mean, there's people who commit murder and get 2 or 3 years in prison, and then there's people who get the death penalty, or there's people who spend their life in prison. So yeah, it depends definitely on circumstances.
Difficult question.
Very difficult. I don't know what to answer.
I would not tell anyone.
Like you forgive him and let him go.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't depend on why somebody murders, for example, because it's the same if you murder because your family is starving or because you are there because you want to rob somebody or something like that. But
He should be punished, but maybe not in the same way as maybe bands do it to come to Germany and yeah.
I think he should have to work it off a little bit, but then he should be provided some sort of job assistance program or something to get him into work so that he doesn't commit those crimes again. Yeah.
You're in that situation.
Yeah.
You see stealer.
Yeah.
But you know that he have to do that in this situation. Like
Mhm.
in Vietnam,
hmm
get a job is not that easy.
Yeah. hmm Well, and yeah, and that's based, I guess, more in the States. It usually works out easily. What would I do?
Do you let go?
If
or
it was
you
my
first?
if I was in that sort of judicial role of judging him, me personally, based on my values, I'd let him go. But I know on a mass society scale, that doesn't work. So, if I was thinking more on those lines, I mean, you'd have to have some sort of punishment, but I'd probably be very lenient with it.